Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. Sitting in for Lloyd Luna, I am Dennis Calamba, the Mr. Delightful of Learning, and this is The Big Picture. So, hello everyone. How are you doing this terrific Thursday? Yes, it's Thursday night, and welcome to the Big Picture with Lloyd Luna. Of course, this is the second week that I am filling in for our Master Lloyd. This is Jens Calamba, Mr. Delightful. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's dinner time, so I have a pop quiz. A, are you having dinner? B, are you preparing to have your dinner? Or C, you're skipping dinner for something else? Whatever it is, guys, I just hope that you include watching the Big Picture with Lloyd Luna tonight as one of your activities. Yes, this Thursday evening. So I hope that you're also going to join us now live. We are now doing this live stream for all of you. So I hope that you can join us. You can engage with us. You can comment. You can like. So you can react. You can even send us some stars. Yes, starry Thursday night. If you feel that you want to send love towards our way by sending stars, please don't stop yourselves. So for those of you who are watching now, please do share our live stream link or organize a watch party. You can also join our discussion. Just write your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're watching us on FB, I'd like you to know that you can also watch us on YouTube. Yes, youtube.com/TNC now, so that you can get a chance to get a gift from us. What is that gift? First things first, in order for you to have that gift, watch and comment on YouTube now, as in right now. And then once you're watching on YouTube, just give us a comment. Just tell us how happy you are watching the Big Picture tonight. And probably if you will be the lucky one who will get picked, here's what you can win. if you will be chosen by us. Please watch this video so that you'll know what gift this is. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you will be the lucky winner, you will be receiving that wonderful mask courtesy of Unisol and the new channel. Of course, if you're living within Metro Manila, don't worry, your gift will come for free. Yes, for free. But if you're residing outside Metro Manila, please do share the burden of paying for the shipping fee. But then again, the mask is yours for free. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have tonight? Tonight is a special night. But before I say the reason why it's a special night, let me just thank Mr. Erwin Manansala for sending us stars. Yes, stars. Thank you for the stars. We need those stars. Huh? So, again, let me go back to what I was sharing with you. Tonight is a special night because if you remember last week when I first filled in for Lloyd for this show, we introduced a new show. And if you remember that, it's the Danny Art Show. And we had, of course, our guest, Danny Acuna, as, she's the host of the Danny Art Show. And we were also joined by Apple and the rest of the TNC team so that, we could tell you what the show is about and how much we're excited for the show. But for tonight, we are going to give you some good news, really good news, because we are premiering another new show under TNC. Yes, very exciting. And guys, this is a show that everyone can relate to. Why do I say that? Because regardless of your social status, regardless of what you're going through at this point in time, you will be touched by the stories that we will bear witness through this new show. So if you're intrigued about what I'm trying to tell you, just watch till the very end of the big picture so that you will be the first to know. But before we bring in our guests, before we talk about that new show, let's take a look at the headlines from the Philippines' oldest running English newspaper, the Manila Times. Yes, headlines for today, September 10, 2020, courtesy of the Manila Times. Okay, let me give you 5 headlines. Headline number 1, government to disallow home quarantine for COVID-19 patients once it is approved by the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF EID. So that's our headline number 1. Another headline, DOH sets 13 billion for the 2021 budget so that we or our country can have coronavirus disease initiatives and resilience. Yes, that's another headline from the Manila Times. Third one, Harry Roque stays as Duterte spokesman despite differences of opinion on the case of U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Joseph Scott Pemberton. All right. What other headlines do we have? Another one, DOJ orders the reopening of its investigation against Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel III for violating government quarantine protocols that were enforced to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And lastly, trade deficit down 49.8%. That's $1.82 billion in July this year from last year's $3.64 billion. And that is according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the headlines presented to you by the Manila Times. For more news and information, please go to manilatimes.net or download their application at digitaledition.manilatimes.net. So thank you, Manila Times, for those wonderful headlines. Now, talking about this new show under TNC. Of course, as you might have known, as the scare of infection brought about by the COVID-19 virus started, it was safe to say that all of us were looking for answers. Of course, what's this new virus all about? How do we get it? How do we not get it? So we're really looking for answers, but most importantly, we were also looking for ways to avoid catching it, to avoid catching the virus. So why this show is very important, I'm going to tell you now. Because when we talk about the onset of this pandemic, that was March, right? Ang mga March yun eh. So we had people who first got the virus. I mean, that's very unfortunate. So as early as March of this year, we learned of people having that virus. Medyo nakuha nila for some reason. And talking about a different kind of pioneer, no, mahirap maging pioneer, lalo na pag ang pinag-uusapan virus. But our guests this evening, well, we can consider them pioneers, but not in a good way because they were one of the earliest to get hit by the coronavirus. But them, yeah, listen well, both of them. So again, that's really an interesting story, but thankfully they were able to survive the scare of the virus. And probably we can also consider them as pioneers in terms of overcoming this dangerous virus. So before I invite them to our virtual studio so that they can also share their story, I want you to watch this video for you to have an idea of what this new show is all about. Yes, COVID Stories is the new show that will be premiering under the new channel. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please give your loudest and warmest applause to the hosts of TNC's newest inspirational show. Again, it's COVID Stories. Let us welcome to the studio Mike and Nyce Alvir. Yes, Mike and Nyce.
Hello, this is
Hello,
Mike.
hello, good evening. Mike and Nyce, please greet our audience tonight.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Hello, everyone. We're excited. We're really excited tonight. Yeah, we'll be joining you. We'll be joining the TNC, and we'll be launching our show this coming Saturday at 10:30 in the morning.
All right. So I'm also very happy and excited because this is the second time that I'm bringing in our new guests for TNC's new show. So Mike and Nyce, before everything else or before anything else, I know that you know that the audience will be very interested to hear your story. But before you share your story, can you please tell us something more about yourself? Sino pa si Mike at si Nyce Alvir? I mean, who are you? What do you do? And share your story right after that.
Okay, my name is Nyce Alvir. And then our business is we supply ventilating fans and blowers for hotels, office buildings, malls all over the Philippines. We are the sole distributor of Nicotro Gapart. That's our brand. So people in the construction industry probably know me.
Yes, and I'm Michael Veer. I'm connected with Project Steady. We do mental uh, wellness, corporate mental wellness for BPO. Yes.
Okay, medyo, medyo siya yata tong dalawang host na to.
Uh,
Kinakabahan ako. Marami
warmed up.
akong tanong eh. 126 questions. Una pa lang to. But really, no, Mike and Nyce, so the way I you know, as you said, no, yung mga professions yun, no, so construction, hotels, and then corporate. I mean, where did getting this COVID-19, um, I mean, how did it happen? Was it during the course of your work? Was it, by accident? Of course, I know nothing about your story. That's why this is the perfect time for me and for the viewers out there to know that story behind what you just experienced, your battle with COVID.
So
Sure.
yes, I was the one who invited everyone for get together because we haven't seen each other for quite some time. We are all college friends, so we decided to meet one. This was on March 6th. So it's just a regular get together, dinner, and
Some
catching up.
drinks. Yeah.
Yes, and catching up. So we didn't know that one of our friends is his brother-in-law is patient now,
Earliest
one of
patient.
the earliest patients, and then he told us that the patient was positive 2 days after our dinner. So there were
Mhm.
16 of us in the dinner. One of our friends didn't make it, but all of us were okay. Yeah.
Okay. So,
It was supposed to be a fun night. Yeah, it was a fun night. It was a nice dinner, and we shared stories. We had a good night, and 2 days later, we heard a sort of troubling news that yeah, one of our companions was exposed, and he was
mhm.
going for a swab that day, and we just had a heads up, and another 2 days 2 days after that, and he was found positive of the virus. We went to have ourselves checked, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, we got the virus.
So, I mean, just hearing that, no, guys, parang ang saya-saya nyo a few days ago, and then only to find out there was cause for concern, and then when you finally got word that it was really confirmed that you had the virus. I mean, how were you emotionally once you've learned that totoo siya, medyo nakuha niya na. I mean, how was that? How did you handle that emotion?
It was really one of the scariest times of our lives, my life personally. Um, I didn't know what to do, what to feel. I was just in disbelief. Na I was thinking na sana hindi totoo kasi it was the time na hindi pa uso yung masks.
Yeah.
We went out, you would rarely see people wearing masks before because here in the Philippines parang nobody would think na meron. Parang you won't take it seriously pa rin. So all the news about the virus were all in China and Hong Kong, but then not in the Philippines. So we were just relaxed, and nobody knew that we will get the virus. It was really scary when we found out na we were gonna be a victim of this coronavirus.
Mhm. So,
When I found
before,
out.
yeah,
Mhm.
please continue.
When I found out that Mike was positive, I was so scared because iniisip ko, naku, ayoko pa maging mabago. Because everybody thought when you have the virus, you're going to die. So it was the notion at the time. Lahat ng tao iniisip nila na parang if you get it, mamamatay ka na. So yun yung unang I was so scared. Tapos later on after when I read when you read more about it, so the more understanding you will have, so hindi ka na matatakot later on.
Yeah, well, talk about having confirmed that yun nga medyo meron ng virus, and it was a shock. Of course, may denial, and then probably there are thoughts that are running through your mind. So I wanted to share this with the audience before we go on a break. So how was the experience of being isolated? I mean, did you tell any friends? Did you tell your family? How did they receive it? I mean, what happened in between those next few days after you found out that you really had it? How was the social impact siguro, no? If ever really wanted to know something, paano siya nagkaroon ng impact sa inyo from a societal standpoint? Kasi 'di ba pag may virus, ina-isolate na siya eh. So tell us that story before we go on a break.
So when we found out we had a virus, it was really scary. We thought talaga na, the feeling na parang the health, city health would pick you up and bring you to the hospital, parang, and lock you down, parang ganun, nakakatakot. But then, during that time then, at the same time, we would call our friends who we had contact with, na parang to give them heads up then, syempre to be fair with them, na who had exposure with us, we called them up. Pero talagang when we found out na we had the virus na positive na takot kami, and yun, natatakot kami na people will discriminate us. Parang if you have the virus, parang iba ka na, parang hindi ka na part ng social group natin. Parang ganun medyo na-feel ko in particular.
Nung nalaman namin yung positive si Mike, yung una naisip ko yung daughter namin. Kasi yung the youngest one, so we decided to bring her to the hospital. Para in case na we need to go to the hospital or a facility for quarantine, matetest yung daughter namin. So we brought her to the hospital. Tapos sabi nila kailangan na daw siya i-confine. So we waited for the room for a room. Lahat kami we informed the hospital that we are both positive. So tinest yung daughter namin, swab test. She was swab tested also. And then we waited for there was no available room at the time. So I told them they wanted to transfer our daughter to another hospital somewhere in Quezon City and us here in Pasay. So but I didn't allow it. So sabi ko kung ganun lang naman, uuwi na lang kami, sa bahay na lang kami magpapagaling. Tapos tapos that's why yung nakalagay sa discharge namin, discharged without hospital consent. So nung umuwi kami, parang I had to have a conscious effort and presence of mind na kung anong gagawin, na hindi ka dapat matatakot. So gumawa kami ng parang plan na ito yung gagawin natin sa morning, this is our meal, these are vitamins kasi wala siyang gamot. So we had to take vitamins lang, at saka parang I had to schedule everything. Tapos, even for our daughter, tapos kami mag-asawa, since alam na namin na positive kami, nag-isolate kami, dalawa, sa room lang kami. Tapos yung bata at saka si Dory, nasa labas lang. I mean, sa living room, sila sa labas, kami sa kwarto lang. Para somehow, in the hope na hindi sila mahahawa. But after probably 2 weeks, nalaman din na nahawa din sila, kahit nag-isolate pa kami. And then, ang ginawa namin, yung food nila iniiwan na lang sa labas ng room. Tapos kailangan hugasan namin yung utensils and dishes bago namin ilabas ulit. And then they had to do that. Parang iulitin ulit. Para lang hindi sila, in the hope na hindi sila sana mahawa. Pero eventually nahawa pa din. The good thing lang about that, kasi yung si Micaela, she was 5 years old at that time, at saka si Dory is 29, her yaya, malakas sila, parang wala lang talaga sa kanila. So, kaming dalawa lang yung medyo bad yung experience. Like ako, nahihirapan ako huminga. Parang may tumutusok sa dibdib every time I would breathe. Tapos, hindi ako nakakatulog ng ilang gabi, probably mga 3 to 5 nights, dahil parang malulunod ka paghihiga at saka matutulog ka. So, hindi ako nakakatulog ng ganong ilang araw, 5 gabi yata yun. Tapos, wala akong pang-amoy. Ang sobrang masakit yung ulo ko at that time, but I didn't have sense of smell. So sabi ko pa nga, baka expired yung pinagbibigay mo sa akin, Vicks, or ano ba itong pinaglalagay mo? Expired na ba yung mga gamit natin sa bahay? So ganun. Tapos there was also a time na gusto ko na mamatay. For some reason, I am not a doctor, I am not a psychiatrist, pero I would like to believe it affected my central nervous system. Kasi kahit sa bahay, magkakasama kami, gusto ko nang mamatay sa lahat ng sakit na nararamdaman ko. Sobrang masakit yung ulo, masakit yung body. I had diarrhea, I had stomach ache, basta wala kang gana kumain. There probably siguro mga 1 to 2 days na yun na lang yung isip ko. But then again, you have to change your mindset and perspective na life is really worth living, and iniisipin mo yung mga bata, your family, your friends, your work. So parang you just have to motivate and muster the strength and courage to overcome this virus. You really
Wow,
have to.
grabe. Medyo kahit ako na I was really listening to the whole story behind the things that you did, and then how much you suffered, no, and how the family was affected. Grabe talaga. I mean, it might have been the same for some people who underwent the same ordeal. But one thing I'm getting here is it's really not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Probably tayo kasi mga Filipino, minsan yun nga, we take things lightly to the point where parang sobrang babaw na hindi natin na-realize that there's really a danger when it comes to risking your health and your life, no, lalo na pinag-uusapan natin dito is a virus na hindi natin siya kilala, hindi pa natin sa lubos na kilala kung paano labanan. But of course, just also listening to your story, nagustuhan ko rin na there's a road to recovery, and there's a road that you took in terms for you to regain not only your health but your life. And we are very much interested to know the lessons that you've learned doon sa journey na yon of recovery and regaining yung buhay ninyo. But first, okay, sana hindi kayo nabitin, pati rin si Mike and Nyce, but we need to go on a break first. But don't worry, the big picture with Lloyd Duna will be right back.
Since I got my new place, I've enjoyed every single day here. Hotel-like amenities, attentive staff, resort-style living, all in a premium location. So life here is easy and convenient. That's why I invested in another unit. I can earn more, and they can enjoy the very same things I enjoy at home. What a life! So much more rewarding. So much more to life. SMDC.
We need beauty every day. We need power every day. But are you ready?
Ready? Ready.
Beauty is power.
And welcome back to the big picture with Lloyd Luna. Of course, Dan Scalamba here, filling in for Master Lloyd. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were able to catch the first part of our interview with TNC's new hosts, of course, COVID stories, we have Mike and Nyce Alvir. Grabe yung kwento nila. Just recalling the story of how, from a party, tapos, before you know it, nagkaroon na ng COVID no, nahawa na, and then the fear was already in the household, so they needed to make some adjustments. So grabe, may part 2 pa yan. But before we invite Mike and Nice back to the studio, let me invite all of you to watch these shows that are all under the TNC roster. So let's see. We have the big picture with Lloyd Luna, shares inspiring stories of notable personalities, live streaming Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. We also have HR Hotline with Jesse Rebustillo. It introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. We also have the fourth project by Bob Calapio, just finished his season. It is all about life, business, and success stories, live streaming from Dubai, UAE, 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Philippine time. We also have iBusiness with Dr. Mike and Bert, talks about inspiring business insights and how you can own a business, live streaming from Tennessee and Texas in the USA. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Wednesdays and Fridays 9:30 a.m. Philippine time. We also have U-Turn with Carmen Ortega, is all about discovering your life purpose and learning from others' turnaround stories. Streaming Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. We have The Home Buyer with Dante Salamat. It is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property. Streams Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Let's laugh and learn through the puppet stories with Juan Lu. Streams Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Mga kaibigan, magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang PNC Marketplace kasama si Miss Nez at Miss Ange, an online night bazaar live streaming every Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Of course, my most favorite show involves two speakers, 20 minutes, and thought-provoking messages. The Talk streams live every Monday at 12 noon, hosted by yours truly. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. because the family business with Nato Agbayani is everyone's business. We also have the After Shift with Chino and Trisha. Is a show about choices and life after the work shift. Chillax lang tayo sa buhay, airing Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. We also have Usapang Beauty with Joby Linsangan Moreno. It is about beauty beyond what your eyes can see. It's every Thursdays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Ooh, more shows on the way. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch the Danny Art Show with Danny Acuna, streams Fridays 5:30 p.m. Let's discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within with Erwin Ursua, Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. We also have a show that tackles global issues, common interests. So let's learn together across borders. The show is Foreign Affairs with Lee O'Brien, streams on Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. So what else? Watch and learn about money and more, streams live from the Philippines and the US, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. California, USA. Because health is wealth, we also have a show called Healthline every Wednesdays and Fridays 4 p.m. So, ladies and gentlemen, also please do catch our TNC original shows such as One Day, an inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd, Luna, and Apple Manansala. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. So, more upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. All you need to do is to please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you hashtag see the new you. Ayan, grabe, no? Talking about our new shows. Let me remind everyone that this episode for tonight, we are premiering a very special show here on TNC. Of course, how do I describe it? It's like this, the world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. So it's time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. So this new show that I'm talking about that we are premiering here on TNC is called COVID Stories, and it premieres Saturday at 10:30 a.m. And with that, let me invite back to the studio our guests, the hosts of COVID Stories, Mike and Nyce Alvir. Hello!
Hello.
Ayan. Ayan, nagbabalik si Mike and Nyce. So, of course, medyo parang storya to, no, na parang nag-pick tayo dun sa parang climactic part of the story. So there was a struggle. You really needed to make adjustment. But then, of course, sabi nga natin, no, parang curve yan. As you go down the curve, there's now the story and the steps toward recovery and regaining the life that was threatened by COVID-19. So in your case, Mike and Nice, paano yung naging journey ninyo to recover and to totally overcome this experience with COVID?
Yeah, we really planned to boost our immune system. So what we did, lots of vitamins and fruits and vegetables. Yan, isa sa mga pinakamaraming kakainin mo. And then, in-expose namin sarili namin sa sun. So kahit medyo morning sun. And then, even if we really don't like exposing ourselves in the sun, we had to. We even took vitamin D, even with the exposure na sa sun. Talagang nag-overacting na kami nag-over na kami sa kesyo pag-check ng health namin, boost our immune system. And also, because of this COVID experience, we lost a friend, batchmate kumbaga namin siya sa sa school, back in college. We were together na in college, and then this COVID experience, batchmate na naman kami, and yun, unfortunately, our friend, our brother, Billy, passed away. And so, with their experience also, and our experience na medyo sort of we got discriminated even in our own place. Buksan lang namin yung bintana, parang, oy, you have to close your windows dahil takot na takot silang mahawa. So, what we did, parang nilabanan namin sila. We would call the city health and then to tell these people to inform these people na hindi nakakahawa ng basta-basta ang COVID. Buksan mo lang bintana, mahahawa na yung mga tao sa labas. And also kasi, your friend, yung family nila, binarricade yung labas ng bahay nila. So parang ikaw na ngayon naging victim ka pa ngayon ng society, ng discrimination. So what we did now, parang what naging mission naman ngayon namin is to educate people na parang if we're educated, we cannot be discriminating these COVID victims, di ba? So right now, we're trying to educate people in our own little ways, or when we have interviews and when we post on our social media, we would tell them how it is to have COVID and how not to have COVID, and you won't get the COVID just by simply opening your windows, or if you have a neighbor na may COVID, mahawa ka na. Kaya nga, what they're trying to say, even if you're in one room with a COVID patient, if you have well ventilated room, the chances of you getting the virus is very slim. And so
Yeah.
these are mission to educate, tell our stories,
So,
let people know.
nung gumaling na kami, tumawag yung hospital if we can donate plasma. And then, so, we realized na marami talagang nangangailangan at that time. And then, we spearheaded the project. It's called Blood Sparks for Life, wherein supposedly dito lang yan siya sa Manila. At saka, it's a bloodletting activity or blood donation project. Ngayon, when we started it, we were lucky probably that DOH supported us, and it became a spontaneous blood donation all over the Philippines from 17 sites, like from Bicol, from Naga, Pagadian, Iloilo, diba?
Any
Zamboanga,
Mindanao. Yeah.
marami sa Mindanao,
So it was,
Tuguegarao.
simultaneous then. And yeah, isa kasi sa when we tried to donate our plasma, we discovered also na because of the COVID, the situation, the pandemic, konti na lang yung nagdo-donate ng whole blood. Even not convalescent pero not even the plasma. Yung whole blood, bumababa, nagde-deplete na ngayon yung supply natin ng blood. So we discovered that. And so isa na rin sa ginawa namin, mag-organize din ng bloodletting, which
Hmm.
medyo sinuwerte kami na dumami, nag-replicate siya.
Marami
Wow.
Marami
Mhm.
nag-support ng siya in 14 different sites on one day.
Yeah. Including also convalescent plasma. So
Okay.
one side is for convalescent plasma.
Nice. Alam nyo, no, Mike and Nice, as I was again listening to what you were saying, ang ganda ng transition kasi when you went on the road to recovery and yun nga, to regain your life, parang siyempre merong konting, parang kumbaga sa sports, no, sa basketball, you went on the defensive, siyempre defense muna, but then you realize parang defense would not be enough. Okay, you need to be on the offensive. So what I appreciated was talagang you educated people, no, parang you really went out of your way to educate people and then to partner with certain groups, so that you can you can launch projects that can really raise the awareness, but also at the same time help in really addressing the virus, how to really help eradicate it. So napakaganda, parang combination of defense and offense. And siguro no, the audience will also agree with me na we are very happy that now you are in a position where you have a show and you're going to use that show probably for a very, very good cause. You have the best intentions, I believe. That's why you put up the show. And we'll talk about that show later on. Pero dahil nga medyo, alam niyo naman, pag story ng COVID, medyo talagang full of full of emotion, and it's really something that we need to talk about kasi nga continuous dapat ang awareness and education. But I think for this time, para naman makita rin ng audience na talagang you're really on that road to really being, sabihin natin, hindi na kasi physically mukhang you've recovered well. Pero in terms of yung emotions, in terms of yung demeanor, siguro gusto rin makita ng audience na medyo open na rin kayo sa mga katuwaan. So, Mike and Nyce, open ba kayo for a game with me? Okay. Dahil parang wala kayong choice, I'd like to welcome you to this game called Big or Small. Yes, Big or Small. So, Mike and Nyce, ganito yung big or small game dito sa big picture. Ako, naging biktima tuloy. Naging participant din ako ng game na to. Okay? So, maganda to kasi parang dalawang variation siya. Of course, I will say a few items and then you will just tell me if you prefer big or small. Okay ba yun? Okay sa inyo? Pero at the same time, maganda rin kasi nga dahil couple kayo, parang it would be interesting kung pareho ba kayo or magkaiba kayo ng preference. So, wala naman ako sinasabing mali yun. Pero, it's all about preferences, di ba? So, tingnan natin, di ba, kung big or small and if you have the same preference for the size. Okay, ready? First, coffee.
Big.
Small.
Pareho. Okay. Milk.
Small.
Small.
Okay, pareho din. Okay, how about car?
Big.
Big.
Okay, perfect. Ito, anyway, meron na kayo nito, pero malay nyo, di ba, in the future. Family.
Big.
Big.
Wow, okay, Christina. Ito kaya, pagtungkol sa credit limit.
Big.
Small.
Ayan, nagka-bookingan na. Parang yung iba, no, yung isa big, yung isa small lang ang
Kita mo eh.
alam mo natin kung sino humahawak ng finances. Okay, eto medyo, wag sana kayong ma-weirduhan, ano, sa mga guests natin. Planeta. Kung magkakaroon ka ng sarili mong planet.
Big.
Yeah, big.
Okay, good. How about a bed? How about a bed?
Big.
Big.
Very big.
Mukhang kanina medyo pilit kong tinitingnan, sinusukat, mukhang matangkad eh, no? Mukhang matangkad sino ba matangkad? Pareho na lang kayo. Okay. So kailangan talaga ng big bed. Ito naman, I mean, small item, but sometimes preference talaga. How about watch? Kapag sa mga watches.
Small.
Big.
Small, big, o yan. Sa bagay, kanya-kanyang style naman yan, ano? So, interesting, ha? So, mostly pareho kayo, no? Kasi nga naman, of course, husband and wife, probably, alam nyo talaga kung anong preference nyo. But it's okay to be different once in a while, especially if we're just talking about small preferences. So, mukhang, sabi ni Direk, pasado raw kayo dito sa big or small game. So, congratulations sa inyong dalawa. Pero, hindi pa tapos, may round 2 pa tayo. Okay, so round 2. So very quickly answer the following questions. Ito, if heaven is true, okay, sinong gusto mo isama sa langit kung aakyat ka now na?
Ako, family.
Family. Sama-sama. So, kayo.
Family.
Kayo, okay. O nga naman, kahit saan magpunta, di ba? Kahit saan destination, basta kasama mo yung family, okay na okay yan. So, it makes sense na medyo iba yung nasagot ko kasi nung ako yung sumagot nito. Kasi hindi ko naisip yun. O, ito naman. If you were a barber, sinong artista gusto mong gupitan?
Angelina Jolie.
Wow! Pwede.
Pwede rin, ha?
Kaya
Sabay na
pareho
rin ako.
kayo. Sa bagay, parang step-by-step process. Di ba? Siguro yung isa sa inyo, shampoohin, blower, gano'n. Tapos, yung isa,
Ako, sobrang kasi.
Malapit yan.
huhulaan ko kung sino sa inyo dalawa yung maggugupit.
Ako.
Okay. So, kumanda ka, Angelina Jolie, nasaan ka man, tandaan mo, ihanda mo yung buhok mo. May mag-asawang maggugupit sa'yo. Okay, ito naman next. If you were a gym instructor, sino namang politiko gusto mong i-train sa gym? Bukas na yung mga gym ngayon, di ba? So, kung instructor ka sa gym, sinong politician ay te-train? Tig-isa kayo.
Harry Roque. Maano siya.
Harry Roque. Yun din kay Nyce. Yun din. Pareho uli kayo?
Me, I would want to train the president.
President. Pwede.
No limit, right? So I would want the president.
Politician. Pwede naman. Oo, tingnan natin kung anong ihanda nyo na yung yung program kasi di ba pag sa gym may program yan para ma-enjoy ni Spokes Harry Roque at ni President Duterte. Exciting yan, exciting. Sa bagay, pwede kasi di ba alam nyo na what it takes to really be healthy, di ba? And to be free from, to be safe from diseases. Okay, eto mas matindi. If you were an astronaut, sinong gusto mong isama sa outer space?
Family still.
Magkasama kayo. Ito, may follow-up question dyan. Oo nga. Kaso, itong follow-up question dyan, Mike and Nyce. Kung isa pwede lang bumalik sa Earth, sinong babalik? So, sino ring may iwan sa planet? Sa outer space.
Tapos may iwan ko lahat.
Parang hirap, kasi
Kaya lang sa Earth, ako lang sa space.
Kasama yung family, kasama yung okay, okay. Sige. Anyway, kayo yung mag-asawa, wala akong dahilan para mangialam diyan. So sige, go lang. Eto, maganda rin. Siguro a very interesting question because if you have all the money in the world, which company are you going to buy? Oo, ayan. Walang limit sa pera. Anong kumpanya bibilhin nyo?
Hmm. Either Microsoft or Apple.
Pareho yan. Pareho. Joint venture na kayo dyan.
Oh, gano'n na lang. Saka either one. Saka yung isa sa akin ng akin
Kanya,
isa.
kanya lang.
Oo.
Parang dalawa.
So,
Dalawa.
pag nabili nyo yung pag nabili nyo yung Microsoft at Apple, napaka-interesting kung paano nyo ile-level up yung mga products nila, di ba? Kasi maganda na eh. Pagagandahin nyo pa. Sigurado, may mga features yan about health. Okay. So, tingin ko mukhang pasado na naman kayo kay Direk. So, thank you for participating sa games namin. Mike and Nyce, siyempre, a light moment after that story wherein sinare nyo sa amin talaga mahirap, naging struggle, pero nandito na tayo ngayon sa portion where life, you are claiming victory over the disease, you are claiming victory over your life, and that, of course, of your family as well. So, meron pa kami mga huling questions, and of course, I'll be bringing somebody along with me, okay, after nitong break. So, dyan muna kayo, Mike and Nyce. Of course, they are the hosts of TNC's newest show, COVID Stories. But then, friends, before we continue, we will again pause for a quick break. Please don't go anywhere. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the big picture with Lloyd Luna, of course, filling in for Lloyd. This is Dennis Calamba. So I'd like to call in, of course, our guests, Mike and Nyce Alvir. They are the hosts of TNC's new show, COVID Stories. So welcome back, Mike and Nyce. So I hope na medyo nakapag-relax-relax tayo nung nag-game tayo. But at this point, may tatawagin din ako. Of course, she is none other than one of the founders of the new channel. We have Miss Apple. All right.
Okay.
Maka, makapagpahinga din. Hello, Apple. Grabe.
Good
This time
evening,
pala.
everybody.
Hello.
Good
Don't say
evening.
bad words, Dennis. Prime time daw, prime time. Hello, Mike and Nyce. Good evening sa
Hi.
inyong dalawa. And good evening sa ating mga nanonood. Direct, baka you wanna flash those who are watching. I saw Bon watching. So, Bon will be one of our sponsors for the big picture. So, thank you for watching from Cabanatuan City. So they will be supporting the big picture. And then Ange, of course, another host of the new channel. She is one of the hosts of TNC Marketplace, and it's going to be later. Later po, no, stay on stream. But of course, I'm here tonight. Dennis, again, thank you very much for sitting in, standing in, stepping in for Lloyd every Thursday. Lloyd is, nag-aaral si Lloyd and we want to support him, of course. That's why Dennis and I will be here on a regular Wednesdays or every time there's something new on the new channel. So first of all, I want to thank Mike and Nyce for saying yes to be part of the new channel. It's really an honor for me to be on the same stream with the both of you, pero nawala kayo tonight. Maraming salamat for saying yes for the idea that I pitched to Lloyd, and I thought that, it's high time for us to of course, to recognize that the COVID pandemic or the global crisis is already here. It's been here since 6 months ago. We don't really have the vision or visibility whether it's going to last and for another 6 months. But expect the worst if it could. Then I think, Dennis, gusto ko lang i-clear because Mike and Nyce are aware of this, that one of the reasons kung bakit meron tayong COVID stories is because this is still a continuation of our objective in TNC to show inspiration more than the desperation, I think, or the transformation and the transformation also, no? Kasi with all due respect, and we really respect those who have those who have lost the battle of COVID-19, and we pray for them, we respect them, including their families. I personally feel that the COVID story show is really, really very important because this is a way for all of us to be educated directly or straight from those who have experienced it para hindi tayo natatakot. Of course, para hindi tayo natatakot. Pero nakakatakot siya, obviously, tayong apat at sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, I'm sure lahat tayo takot at hindi mawawala yan. Kahit siguro mawala na itong COVID, and I don't know, Mike and Nyce, please say something or agree with me if you do. Because ako personally, as a mom, as a daughter, as a friend, natatakot ako sa lahat, hindi lang sa mga kaibigan at kamag-anak ko na may sakit, hindi lang sa mga magulang ko na senior citizen, hindi lang sa anak ko na bata at sa asawa ko, sa aming pamilya, hindi lang sa amin, pati sa mga taong nakapaligid. And alam mo, yung idea kasi, Dennis, ng COVID stories, iniisip ko siya before ko pa siya pinitch kay Mike, and before ko siya pinitch kay Lloyd, at before ko siya pinitch kay Mike and Nyce. I've learned about the story of Mike and Nyce on an Easter Sunday, no? Shinare nila sa amin yung story nila. Alam kong hindi madali na i-share ang story because sabi nga nila kanina, discrimination, and of course, ikaw mismo, you have personal struggle. I remember one of the conversations that I had, Dennis, with Nyce. She said, alam mo, Apple, feeling ko, I don't know kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko, Nyce, but this is really what I picked up from what she told me that really, really touched me. Sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, what really, parang ang pakiramdam niya kaya niya na-overcome itong COVID is because it's a lot about mental health. So parang pag inisip mo na gagaling ka. Pero kung inisip mo na pwede kang mamatay, pwede ka talagang mapunta doon. And I really, really salute this couple, no? Kasi they're very brave. Not only that, they educate their own friends on how to live a regular, and a normal life despite the fact na sila nga mismo nagkaroon sila ng extreme battle with this because halos buong family kasi sila, Dennis. And yet, they have embraced it, and not only that, they're even helping people. No, they're helping people to encouraging people to donate blood, donate plasma. And si Mike, for one, no, regular plasma donor. So, parang sa akin, when I thought of it, sabi ko, lahat ng nakikita natin na nagiging sensational are those people when we pay respect already dahil nawala na sila. And I'm for that, Of course, I'm sure as part of the COVID stories, we will have segments also in the show where we will recognize these people. Pero ang dami rin kasing worth celebrating. Yung nagkaroon ng second or third life or fourth life, kagaya ni Mike and Nyce, na kailangan natin iparamdam sa kanila na yes, second life nyo yan, but you're actually very brave, and that's worth celebrating. And so, yun yung rin yung nag-ignite sa atin, kaya natin tinuloy yung concept of COVID stories. And I'm really, yun again nga, no, I'm very thankful to Mike and Nyce because they said yes to it. And I know, hindi madali at hindi magiging madali, pero let's focus on, how this concept of show will actually, help more people to be more inspired na kahit na pinagdaanan mo yan, you can still go back to your life and you can even make your life more meaningful kagaya ng ginagawa ni Mike and ni Nyce. Kasi kung tumutulong na sila dati, because I know this couple is already very active before in doing some charity work, even more now, diba? Sila yung mas hindi na siguro sila takot katulad sa atin. Pero nasa isip nga nila, as Nyce said, na kailangan kong gawin to kasi kailangan kong tulungan yung mga tao at mas kailangan dapat ma-save sila. No? So, thank you for that. Mag-ano lang ko, alam ko medyo extended tayo ng konti, pero may mga things lang ako na gustong itanong sa kanila, Dennis, if you don't mind. And shout out Attorney Carlo and Attorney Sheila. Pahingi lang ng konting minutes. Promise, papasok kayo ng 8:30. Ha, direct. Itatanong ko lang ito kasi ni-ready ko talaga to para mas maintindihan ng mga tao kung bakit nila kailangan panoorin yung COVID stories. Kung bakit sila kailangan gumising ng 10:30 ng umaga on a Saturday, diba? Para mapanood nila ng live ito, or kung hindi man nila makita ng live, panoorin nila at i-share nila sa maraming tao. So these are the questions for Mike and Nyce. Dennis, kung gusto mo sumagot, pwede.
Okay.
Pero Mike and Nyce, one of the things that I wanna ask from you that I think I haven't really asked you along, while we're planning for the show is, kasi may tanong si Dennis kanina and naisip ko lang siya. And I really want to ask you this kasi alam ko pwede nyo rin tong itanong dun sa mga magiging guest nyo dun sa show. When you were still battling the COVID, I want to know, did you actually feel that you could or you would actually be going to heaven already? So how was that feeling? Can you quickly walk us through that exact feeling when you were still battling the disease?
Okay, I'll start this. Nung I actually felt na baka mamamatay na kami, yung family is okay. Parang somehow medyo I took the children and then yung iniisip ko yung negosyo. So I had to prepare the document. Na just in case na nasa hospital kami, pwede ko siyang mapa-deliver sa office kung when we're from here. Hindi ko akala ko talaga we will not make it. Kasi parang early on, lahat ng tao pag may COVID ka, mamamatay. And then later on, it made me realize na hindi once you know and understand something, once you know better and understand something, you will also have the courage to fight it off. At saka hindi ka na matatakot kasi alam mo kung anong gagawin. Tapos ma-realize mo na yung priorities mo, parang that you will go back to the basics, which is the family. You know your priorities, you go back to the basics, and simple lang pala yung buhay.
Yeah, I thought talaga. Because when we were, confirmatory testing after 2 weeks, over 2 weeks of our, after being tested the first time that we were positive. When we were tested again, we were, kasi we didn't have any symptoms anymore and we were feeling good. We were tested positive pa rin. And it was so disappointing, and because since we didn't know anything about the virus, parang feeling ko na baka hinawaan ko ulit yung anak ko, tapos gumaling na ako, nahawaan niya ako ba, nahawaan si Nyce, parang feeling ko baka ganun nangyayari, parang nagpapasahan na lang siya ng virus. And there would be times talaga na I would think na even if I'm feeling good tonight, and then when I sleep, baka I won't wake up anymore. Parang yun talaga yung fear namin. So, yeah, fear of death. There was really a fear of death. In terms of heaven, hindi talaga, yeah, we were always praying that time. But hindi ko naman talaga inassure sa sarili ko na I'm going straight to heaven. But we were praying all the time na God would guide us and help us out in this virus experience.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that. Alam mo kung bakit ko siya tinanong? Kasi, di ba, parang nandito tayo sa earth to be prepared going to heaven. And siguro when you are at that stage, parang tatanungin mo talaga will I go to heaven? Have I done something really, tapos na ba ako? Diba? Pupunta, of course, everybody prays to go to heaven, diba? Yun naman talaga yung gusto natin. And we're preparing for that. Pero, pag nandun na pala, may isip mo ba na kailangan sa heaven talaga ako pumunta, diba? Pagka nangyari yun. Oo.
Akin na, prepared. Ako, situation ko, parang nagpapanik talaga ako. Panik ako sa isip ko na, baka wala na ako bukas. Wala lang. Parang stop. Pero I was panicking, parang I was really fearful for us. Parang maybe one of us biglang, syempre, if ako, di wala na akong problema. But if I see my wife or my daughter or even our kabahay, si Dory, parang alam mo yun, bakit malamang may isa sa amin bigla na lang mag-pass away, parang nakatakot. Nakatakot talaga.
I would like to believe I was actually prepared. I wasn't that scared.
Okay.
I just don't want to be there.
She wants to go ahead.
Well,
O, diba? Akala nyo serious yung question. No, kasi it's true. We're just gonna talk about COVID because yun yung kumbaga, yun kasi yung timely na sakit ngayon, diba? Pero if you think about it, marami pa rin namang nagpa-pass away because of other diseases. So, yung iba nga, as you said, yun nga, like what I said, yung na-pick up ko from Nyce was, again, no, yung mental health natin is very important. And right now, I actually advocate for that because I have a very good friend who actually passed away during the COVID pandemic, pero wala naman siyang COVID. Hindi naman COVID related, but then hindi mo rin siya mapuntahan. So, I think yun yung one of the reasons why I pushed. I really, Dennis, for your information, I really niligawan ko si Mike tsaka si Nyce para i-accept itong project na to. Alam ko hindi sila, very raw sila, very authentic, very ungarnished yung magiging show. And I know that everything that will happen on the show and everything that they will say during the show is it's just going to be coming from their own experience and will be coming from their heart. Kasi sila mismo yung naka-experience and it will be the relationship that they will build from the parang, yung mga kasama nila na naka-recover din sa COVID. May isa pa akong question. Mike and Nyce, if you will give your COVID story a title, sorry, may message. If you will give your COVID story a title, like a one-liner, what will it be? Pwedeng magkaiba kayo, pwede rin together. Dennis, ikaw. Gisip ka din.
Ilan na lang?
An exciting journey.
Wow.
My team and family.
Sa akin.
Exciting journey. Grabe yun, no? Sorry, what's that again, Nyce?
Knocking out Corona.
Action movie.
Knocking out Corona.
Knocking out. Wow. Diba, Dennis? Now I'm sure, Dennis, you know and you understand why they are the perfect couple or the perfect personalities to host the story, because for such dramatic, for such difficult situation they've gone through, napaka-passionate pa rin, napaka-positive pa rin ng titles, diba, that they could give to their story. So,
Yeah.
I can only wish the both of you well in the in this new journey that we will be going through together. Know that Lloyd and I, Dennis, and together with the other hosts will be here to support you in ways we can, because I know that while it's difficult for all of us, this situation where we are at, we know that it had been more and even more difficult for the both of you. So thank you very much for sharing not only your COVID story tonight, but for your time for the next 18 days. Nagpapasalamat na ako in advance because I know that there will be a lot of emotions that will be touched. There will be a lot of crazy, difficult memories that will be recalled. But I know and I hope that through COVID story, you will be able to recover also yung mental, yung mental and psychological and everything else that has to be recovered within your family. So I hope that that show will help you also go through that journey, and we're so happy and excited that we're gonna be part of that. So in this
we're really excited. We're quite medyo scared. But I'm really excited that we'll be doing this show, and thank you very much for trusting us.
So I think for me,
humina daw yung audio ni Mike and ni Nyce.
Yeah. Oo. So, pero siguro before Mike gets back to that, I think for me the big thing here is God gave them a bigger picture, kaya they were able to overcome this challenge. And now, through the new channel, they will be sharing the bigger picture, the bigger story that we need to know about overcoming it and how we should continue to be inspired and to live an inspired life. And yun nga, si Mike and Nyce would be the perfect couple for us to hear stories from. So you were saying, Mike?
So he was thanking everybody earlier, kaya lang medyo humina yung audio. So anyway, Dennis, I was going to ask, as per our script, that sino yung dream guest, sino yung ano yung gusto nila mangyari dun sa show. I tweaked it a little bit, Dennis, and I wanted to ask the both of them, no, because I know for one that yung dream guest, feeling ko kasi lahat ng COVID stories iba-iba yung story na yon. So napaka-interesting niya kasi I'm sure iba-iba rin sila ng naramdaman, iba-iba sila ng naging experience sa hospitalization, kung meron man, sa journey nila ng pagpapagaling. I'm sure pagpapagamot, magkakaiba yan. Iba-iba rin malamang yung taong pasasalamatan yan, no? Kasi iba-iba talaga ng story, iba-iba talaga iba-ibang tao, iba-iba yung magiging story. I think one last question that I want to throw them, leading on to the what's the big picture is siguro it's more of why would people, those who are watching us right now or those who will be able to watch us tomorrow before the world premiere on Saturday, what do you want to tell them? Why do they need to watch your show? Why do they need to watch the COVID stories that you have prepared and na hinahain natin sa kanila, no, for a good weekend start? Mike and
Sa
Nyce.
akin, sa tingin ko kailangan manood ng tao para they can have more awareness, understanding, and knowledge para hindi sila matatakot. Kasi palagi lang yung fear natin, yung get the best of us. So pag natatakot ka, at pag hindi mo naintindihan, mas matatakot ka. So mas maganda na pag mas naintindihan mo, coming from the COVID survivors themselves, you will learn something sa experience nila and you'll be able to somehow know what to do in case a family member or someone close to you will get COVID.
And also, there will be lessons learned because somehow we will be sharing to you how we got the virus and syempre, lessons learned, what we could have done to have to prevent it from happening, di ba? And syempre, different experiences din ng mga taong makakausap natin will have different lessons for us. And kahit pare-pareho tayo na experience na pag nagkasakit tayo ng COVID, iba pa rin talaga yung pinagdadaanan natin. Although, sabi mo pare-parehas ang symptoms, pero iba-iba yung tama talaga sa bawat tao.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mike and Nyce. Dennis, thank you so much. Ayan, Lloyd. Thank you.
So,
At
Nyce
nakapasok
and,
ka na. Baka
Mike,
may
thank you
gusto
so
ka
much and
sabihin.
congratulations. I would like to ask the question, given all the things that are happening right now, what do you think is the big picture? Hindi na ako narinig.
I'm sorry.
Hindi na narinig. Again.
Okay.
Climactic cat. Sorry.
Congratulations, and we're really looking forward to having you. I think having you on board is one of the things that that happened to TNC dun sa moment na talagang kailangan natin. Walang mainstream media na gumawa ng itong klase ng program, and I think we are doing it as a public service, no? So ang question ko is, given that all things that are happening right now, hindi pa sure, wala pang sure, takot pa din yung mga tao, ano ang nakikita niyong big picture sa nangyayari ngayon? Bagay na hindi nila nakikita, na probably nakita nyo because you have gone through this journey.
Sa akin, I think knowledge and awareness will overcome your fear.
Yeah. Ganun din. Let's just, if we know what's going on, we'll be good. We'll be well.
Okay. Thank you and congratulations again. Thank you, Dennis. Apple. I'm going to...
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you,
Thank you so
Lloyd.
much.
Thank you so much.
Sino magko-close nito? Ikaw ba, Lloyd?
Ito na,
Yan.
close na natin to. So,
Sige.
ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the world premiere of COVID Stories this 12th of September 2020. That's on Saturday, 10:30 a.m. with your hosts, Mike and Nyce Alvir. Yes.
And
So, thank you very much.
yes, Dennis, before we close this, we'd like to present to you again the show, and this is the video that you need to watch again.
Yes. So,
Sana
ayan.
kaya.
Sorry, biglang hindi namin kayo masyado marinig.
It's okay.
Okay.
Mike and Nyce, Dennis, let's give this last chance for tonight for Nyce and Mike to please invite everyone to watch your show, which will be premiering on Saturday.
Yes, I'd like to invite everyone. Panoorin natin ang show natin, world premiere, Saturday, 10:30 in the morning. May mapupulot din kayong lessons, I'm sure, with all the people that we would invite and to show to tell their stories, their COVID journey.
And I would like to I would like to invite everyone to watch our COVID stories kasi pag naiintindihan mo isang bagay, yung mawawala yung takot mo. Somehow malalaman mo kung ano yung gagawin.
Okay. So there. So everybody, please do watch their show Saturday 10:30 COVID Stories with Mike and Nyce Alvir. Thank you very much, Ma'am Apple Mansala, of course, one of the founders of the new
Thank
channel, for
you.
welcoming.
Good evening,
Thank
everybody. Thank
for
you,
welcoming our.
Dennis.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you,
you
Nyce.
next
Thank
Saturday.
you, Mike. See you on Saturday.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we end the show, the big picture is presented to you by Puzzle Box BPO Inc., also sponsored by SMTC, Unisol, Laurel Loran, Telepreneur, Ryway, Step Back, Philippine Association of Live Stream Professionals, and the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. So, this has been Dennis Calamba filling in for Lloyd Luna. This is the big picture with Lloyd Luna. Up next, YOLO on TNC. Stay on your stream. Good night.